Say what's going on, YouTube. Y'all already know how this gonna go. It's your boy 16 to life. Yard down. I'm back with another story for y'all. Do me a few favors before we get into this mug. I need y'all to like, subscribe to my channel if you ain't subscribed already, and then also hit that notification bell. This story right here is gonna be one of my county jail stories. Actually, this one right here gonna be about me. So, I got caught up in some shit out there on the streets. I was on the run for about a year and shit. They finally gaffled my ass up. Come get me, hop out on me about 7, 8 cars and shit, make me lay down in the middle of the street. Driver, put your right arm over here and your left arm over here, and all this old confusing shit. I think they be doing that shit to try to make you make a mistake so they can pop your motherfucking ass. But what I did on that goofy ass, I said I ain't doing none of that. I just hopped out and laid down right then and there, Yeah, you motherfuckers, you ain't gonna say I reach for this and reach for that and pop me all up and shit. So I lay down, right? So they come get me and shit, gaffle me all up, take me down to the station and shit. So then they put me in a holding tank for a long ass time. I go through all that old bullshit, put me in the holding tank for a long ass time. And then the next morning, they gaffled me up like about 2 o'clock. No, matter of fact, it was about 10 or 11 in the afternoon. So they had me sit in the holding tank the whole day, all day long and shit. I didn't even get into no cell till the next day, like probably around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So they had me just sitting in that motherfucker on that hard ass floor and shit. Went to sleep on the floor, all that bullshit. Come to find out later on, what they was trying to do was keep me away from the phones and shit until they wanted to come question me and didn't want me to talking to my baby mama or whoever, my pops, nobody, until they had tried to question me. I didn't have nothing to say, so. And they threw me back up in the cell. Okay, so once I finally when they getting ready to house me and ask me where I want to go, they say, "Where you from? You gang bang?" I tell them, "No, man, I don't bang." I still don't see motherfuckers who be telling them, "Yeah, I'm from whoop-de-whoop." My uncle had told me a long time ago, man. We had drove past the hood one day. They had a few of the homies out there, and the police is taking pictures, telling them, "Hey, man, throw your hood up. Yeah, let me see how it go." They taking pictures. Of course, the homies is out there, throwing the hood up, and they thinking it's cool. But my uncle say, "Man, you see them dummies? Now the second they get into some serious shit, they gonna have them pictures and they gonna use that gang affiliation against their ass, and it's gonna come back to haunt them." And sure enough, later on, maybe around that time, like 94, 95, they started kicking in what was called gang enhancements. I seen the dude get 3 years for his crime and 13 for being in a gang. So so anyway, that was a good game that he gave me. So anyway, so I tell the police, "No, I don't gang bang, man." He said, "Okay, well, you want to go over here to the whoop-de-whoop?" I said, "No." He said, I said, "What about y'all got some black tanks?" He said, "Well, yeah, but the black tank is it's a Crip tank. It's all black, but it's Crips. You don't bang." I said, "Oh, man, I'll be all right. Throw me up in there." He said, "You think you can handle it?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'll be all right." He said, "Yeah, man." He said, it's a lightweight Crip tank. You'll be all right." So, okay. He processed me, whatever. Give me my little box and shit, my property box, and I go on up there. Now, as soon as I get in there, niggas hit me up like, "Where you from?" Whoop-de-whoop. I let them know, "Man, I'm from Bannon, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-whoop." So, okay. So, I said, they tell me who I'm in the cell with. So I go over there, put my shit in the cell. Of course, the first thing a motherfucker want to do is hop on the phone. So I say, "Hey, man, what's up with the phone?" They tell me, this whoop-de-whoop. Here, you can use this phone or over here, whatever. So I go get on the phone. Man, I'm not on the phone a minute. Some cats go to squabbling right there now. Over there, if anybody's ever been to 3A, the wall, the bottom phone that's in the corner, it's like it comes to a V. Like the wall comes, it's like a V point. So you kind of like I'm in the corner. The phone is in the corner of the V. So when these dudes go to squabbling, I'm stuck like right here. So I'm talking to my baby mom at the time, my girlfriend, whatever. I tell her, "Hey, these dudes squabbling. I gotta go. I'll holler at you later on." I hang the phone up and get on out the way because they in the corner squabbling. Do. They doing they do. Okay. So now I don't remember if it was the next day or later on that day, but whatever. We sitting back, we in there, we watching TV, we watching Family Matters. Now, some cat I don't even know. Because at that point in time too, I got some gold glasses. Of course, I got that little square look. So this motherfucker, he's a comedian. We gonna call him Chuck for all intents and purposes. So Chuck say, "Hey, y'all, how can Urkel be in jail and be on TV at the same time, saying that I look like Urkel. So a couple motherfuckers start laughing. And I start laughing. Okay, I'm a comedian. I can take that. Okay, ha ha ha. That shit was funny. All right, whatever. So the very next day, I'm on another phone. I'm upstairs on the phone this time. Now here come Chuck. He come over there. He said, hey homie, how long you gonna be on the phone? I say, I don't know, Loke. I'm gonna be on in a minute. He say, oh, you don't know me good enough to call me Loke. Then I plex on him. I say, oh, bitch ass nigga, you don't know me good enough to call me Urkel, nigga. So what's happening? So he said, oh, what's up? I said, well, nigga, see me in the cell. Now, like I say, this is the next day or two. Now, by this time, it had already been like 4-5 fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing dudes up in there squabbing. So when they fight, they take their jumpsuit off and they go up in a cell, So he like, yeah, what's up? I said, oh, nigga, pick a cell. So we go downstairs. So now when we go downstairs, I take my jumpsuit off. Now up under my jumpsuit, I ain't got nothing on but my boxers. Now we go in one of these little small ass cells and shit to go in here and squab, Now, like I say, I'm a bit worried at the time because I ain't nothing but like 5'9", maybe 146, 147 pounds. I'm a little bitty motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And so I got no problems. My hand game is, I had all the confidence in my hands, but I'm thinking dude because they come up in there and try to grab me and wrestle me around, because it's not no room to maneuver up in there, You can't, it ain't like fighting outside. You could, a big dude, you can, you use your quickness to do your thing. Up in there, more than likely, it's going to lead to some wrestling because the cell is hella small. So we go up in there and shit. Go up in there, we shut the door. So when we go up in there now, old boy, he like, hey, homie, why you get at me like that? I said, nigga, fuck all that talking. So I rush him. Now, when I rush him, he grabbed me. He right at the door. So now when we right at the door, I push him up off me. Now, once I push him up off me, in my mind, I say, oh, this nigga is weak. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was worried about him being stronger than me. But once I'm able to push him off, oh, my confidence go through the roof then. So now, when we locked up for that brief second, like I say, in the county, sometimes people like to walk by the cells when niggas is fighting. They like to peep in there and be nosy and all this old type of bullshit, So while we locked up in that small little lockup real quick, I see somebody walk by. They say, what's going on? They say, oh, man, Chuck in there handling that little nigga. So once I push him up off me, my confidence get real sky high. So then he stuck up, he literally right up against the door. So I feel like I'm supposed to throw the left and just come with an overhand right. Bam! Catch him right on the chin. When I catch him on the chin, old boy go right down immediately. He fall down up against the door. So now, when he fall up against the door, I lean up over him. I start slapping him. Nigga, you bitch ass nigga, what's happening, nigga? I slap him again. So now when I look up, I see a couple dudes at the door and shit. So I step back. So now the door open. Now when the door open, it's another cat come up in there. Now this dude's name is we ain't even gonna say his name because the dude is about a watch though. He was about a watch. And so he looked down at old boy, which I later found out, I don't know if that was his cousin, his uncle, or play cousin, some old crazy shit like that, right? So he looked down at him on the floor and then look up at me. And he said, oh, that's how you doing it? So I could tell by the expression in his face, so I stepped back, and when he came toward me, I fired on him 2 times. Boom, boom. Now this cat right here, this dude was probably about, I would say 5'10", 5'11", probably about 210, 200. He had some nice weight on him. Plus, up in there at this point in time, they still had the weights in the county jail. Come to find out, old boy is a YA baby. He up in there whooping everybody's ass. So when I fire on him, he like stepped back, and now he just rushed me. The dude, when he rushed me, now keep in mind, I already got my jumpsuit off because I'm squabbing with the first boy. So now when he rushed me, now I'm like I say, the cells ain't that big. Now I'm back like by the desk. So when he rushed me, with his head kind of down a little bit, I tried to drop low and grab him by the behind the knees so I could pick him up and try to slam him. But when I try to pick him up, he just dropped all his weight on me. He dropped all his weight. He bent his knees, dropped his weight down so I can't pick him up, and he grabbed the side of the desk. So I couldn't lift him up. So I'm like trying to punch him in the side, then all of a sudden I feel like some some cold ass pain in my back. I'm like, what the fuck? So this nigga didn't pull out a razor up out of his pocket. I don't know if, because I never actually seen it. I don't know if he had the razor hooked up in a comb or whatever type of shit. But he cut me on my back. He's starting to like cut me on my back and shit. Like cut me like 3 or 4 times. One of the cuts, one of the scars I still got to this day. So now I'm starting to get nervous because not only am I squabbling with this dude, but I'm thinking they to try to jump me because the other dude is still over there. Even though when I seen him, he was laid up against the floor. And so just like I thought, so now I'm on the old boy that's cut me. So I'm close to him, like right trying to keep my face down so he don't cut me on my face. So now all of a sudden I feel an arm grab me on the back of my shoulder. So I just I throw my elbow back real hard, hit him in the face. Now, when I hit him in the face, he still kind of stumbled back because I assume that he's still kind of dizzy from when I knocked him down. So now, I'm back to old boy. So now I got old boy, right? I'm trying to grab his hand. I'm trying to reach up and grab his hand. So all of a sudden, the doors pop open. So now, when I look back, it's like 3 or 4 dudes on the door looking inside. And so what I'm assuming is the guard seen all these dudes at the door and obviously knew somebody was up in there fighting. So once the door pop open, old boy Chuck, he's standing at the door. He kind of like stagger out. So I push old boy up off me. I fly up out of that motherfucker. Pew! I fly up out of there and shit. So now my back is cut all up and shit. Police run up in there and shit. My back is cut all up. So they end up taking me and old boy. He had to get some stitches. I had fucked his face up, his jaw and shit. I guess, I don't know, the inside of his jaw was fucked all up and shit. He had to get some stitches in that motherfucker. So they took me and him in the same van to the hospital. I guess Riverside County, I guess it was over there, you know what I'm saying? So on the way over there, I'm talking crazy to him, disrespecting him, calling him all type of punks and marks and all this and that. But what I'm saying is this. That county jail ain't no punk, or it wasn't back then, man. Shit goes down, man. Shit goes down. So that's my story right there on that. And when y'all go to the county, man, you gotta stay with it.